Okay. So
it was a mistake. Sorry, sir.
no problem. So I want you to go to your place to go and download R and R Studio. You can do it now or you can do it later. But I want to know by hands, just by hands, those of you who have downloaded the R and the R Studio. Let me see by hands if you have been able to download the R and the R Studio. Because of Max. Okay. Raise your hand if you have the R and R Studio and raise it truthfully. Because if I ask you a question and you get lost, that will be -100. Okay. Let me see if you have downloaded the R. Let me count the number. Hold on, let me take a screenshot. R and R Studio. Hey, the number is still increasing. Some people just realize that they have downloaded. Please, if you have downloaded, raise your hand. Raise your hand, not physically. Use the icon to raise your hand. Okay, because I'm taking a screenshot, so it's important. Keep it up. Don't lower your hand. Hey, now I don't know question, sir. I don't know all of a sudden everything question. Hey, we here. And throw pan about start teaching. So I have 35 people. Let me take a screenshot. And then I can ask some random questions. Keep it up. I'm gonna ask some random questions. When I just said I'm gonna ask random questions, now one went off. Balodina. Have you downloaded it?
Yes, please, I did.
Both R and R Studio.
Yes, please.
Very good. Balodina, can you take a screenshot right now and put it in the page for me?
Okay.
Okay. Now, you have like a minute to do that. Joshua, Atashi. Joshua. Do you have it? Joshua. Joshua's gone. Good. So the number is reducing. Keep it up. Keep your hand up. Don't reduce your hand. Now, let me go to Susanna. Susanna.
Yes, Doc.
Do you have the R and the R Studio?
Yes, please.
Can you quickly take a screenshot within a minute and put it in the page for me, Susanna?
Yes, sir.
Okay, let me get one more person. Inkum, Alexander.
Yeah, no.
You have it, right?
Yeah, on my PC.
Excellent. Please just take a quick screenshot and then put it in the page for me.
All right. That's the WhatsApp page, right?
Yeah, excellent.
Okay.
So guys, thank you. Lower your hands now. You have all downloaded the R and the R Studio. This thing we'll use it, KK. Okay, we'll use it. So know how you get that thing done. So I want to welcome all of you to the Valley of the Shadows of Multivariate Data Analysis. Please keep this statement. I've kept it with me. Keep it with you until you decay. This is a title. A little learning is a dangerous thing. Drink deep or taste not the Pierian spring. There shallow drought will intoxicate your brain, and drinking largely sobers us again. Alexander Pope. What does it mean? You either drink deep this course or you taste not. You either drink deep this course or you taste not. You are not going to be on the fringes. You got to be inside of the game, not a spectator. You got to be in the center of the game. You are either in or you are out. You are not on the edge. Drink deep discourse or taste not the Pierian spring of discourse. Let me know what is working for you. Let me know what is not working for you. Don't procrastinate. Get the slides ahead of time. Start. Because when you start and you prepare before we meet, you will be able to embody yourself in all the activities of this course. Okay. Now, the grading policy is subject to change over time. Okay? But take note of the following. Class participation is 5%. The upper limit is 14%. So as you participate in class, you will always be getting marks. So by the time so just make up your goal that you're going to participate once a week. Once. You meet twice a week, so once a week. You say something. You ask some intelligent question. Great question. That's why you have the group page as well, so that you can put it there. Please don't see me as a gargantuan doctor. No, I am like you. I have told you, you two are created in the image of a creator whose creativity in his creation is creative. So we are both powerful. Your fingerprint is unique. My DNA is unique. So you have something I need. I have something you need. So feel free and debate me and ask me and go ahead and do whatever you can. That is the only way you can elongate your intellectual muscle. Be of good courage. You have conquered the course. I say you have conquered the course. I say you have mastered the course. Saying amen alone is not enough.
Amen.
I have mastered the course. I have
Mastered this course.
I have mastered the
You know,
course.
sometimes
Have an
some
A
people
in this
think that by
course.
saying amen, no, the thing has happened. Make it happen.
I've gotten A in this course.
Make it happen. Go and write the A on your fridge. And let your brain absorb it into your cerebral cortex. You will act unconsciously without even realizing, subconsciously about it. And it will manifest. Don't defeat yourself that this is too hard, even if it's hard. Okay? Every day, tell yourself, bring it on. Bring it on. I'm going to kill this course. And you will. Let me know what is working for you from the onset. Let me know what is not working for you from the onset. Put in the time. Put in the energy. You will pass. You have passed. Because you will. Anywhere is a working distance. Okay? Don't let your job or your other things interrupt you too much. Pay attention to them, but pay equal attention to this. Because you have just 2 years to wrap up this whole thing. Okay? You have 2 years and this thing is over. So now that you are here, make it count. Make it count. You have suffered too much. Your family has suffered too much. This is your time. You are the liberator. You are the one everyone is looking up to. You are the one who will change things for the entire household, maybe your tribe. Make it count. But this might be it. Go to this webpage, watch the videos, okay? Download the R and R Studio. The other people who have not done it, please do that. It will help you big time, okay? And then the other softwares, there is a reason why we are using R. I use Python a lot with MBAs and MSCs and MAs, but I use this R a lot with PhDs and MPhils. The reason is because they are advanced. The programming is intense, and it helps you to manufacture things by yourself, develop more models by yourself, and it's very, very flexible in that regard. So academics love to use R a lot. Business people love to use Python a lot. Of course, there could be an interchange. When I'm working with consulting businesses, I use Python because that is the language they know. So what is multivariate? The word variate is the key one. Multi means multiple. Multi means many. Variate is a variable. Comes from the word variable. So multivariate means multiple variate, okay, that are simultaneously analyzed using statistical methods. Okay, it requires you to have dependent variables, and multiple independent variables in the process. Now, the variate is what we call a linear combination of variables empirically determined weight. Now, if you have a variate like y is a function of x1, y is a function of x2. When I say function of, what I mean is that it depends on, you see that thing? Y depends on x1. It's like, take for example, your relationship. See, right now, the relationship you have right now, it depends on some things. Who can tell me some of the things your relationship depends on? We'll come to answer time. Who can tell me? What are some of the things your relationship depend on? Okay, let me give you one thing your relationship depends on. It depends on money. Money, that's one thing, your relationship. What else?
Communication.
Say it again.
Communication.
Communication. Yeah, man, I don't know. Communication. Very good. Yes, it depends on
Commitment.
Please, can you mention things that are not
Indomie.
that are not abstract? I don't like abstract things like communication, love, there's give me things that are seen physically, seen, touchable or something. Give me things that are quantitative. Raise your hand. Because I want to be dealing with people whose hands are up. Alexander, your hand is up. Are you talking?
Yes, I want to talk about commitment.
Thank you. It's difficult to measure that. So that's why I'm actually, let's go to Christopher. Christopher.
Beauty.
Your beauty. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, that's also good. Okay, Josephine.
Dog properties.
Properties.
Like cars.
I don't know. Okay.
Cars.
It's okay. Properties we know. Okay. Properties. What else? What does a relationship depend on? What else does it depend on? It depends on, even if it's a marriage relationship, it depends on in-laws. Okay. It might depend on sex. You know that? Oh, yeah. The fact that you don't want to give her the sex, I'm turning your mind around. The fact that you don't want to give her the sex, and she's always looking for the sex from you, that can affect the relationship. Yeah. I know what you were thinking. You think that I was going to say that the fact that you don't give him the sex. I said crazy. So that is how it is supposed to be. So these things are the independent factors, and they will be affecting the Y, which is the relationship. Each respondent in the data set has a variate. So when you ask the subject, when you take a subject, the subject will have Y, which is the relationship, and that relationship will be dependent on other things. A linear combination of those factors will lead to the actual variate. You will learn this. But every time you do this, you need data. So please take note, data is key. You will deal with multiple kinds of data. Some of them are qualitative, some of them are quantitative. Okay. Some are quali, some are quanti. Quali and quanti. Quali and quanti. You should know the difference between nominal, ordinal, interval, and ratio. We call them the level of measurement. The level of, in fact, on my channel, I have explained each one of these with examples. So check it. Okay. The level of measurement. So what are we going to use multivariate analysis for? We want to check if for dependencies among variables reduce data or the structural simplification of the data. We can sort group, we can hypothesize, we can predict all of this. Okay. And there are kinds of multivariate techniques that you'll be using. Okay. Some of these will be doing, some of them will not be doing. But you should know them. Some of them, I'll give you books and references to go and read about them. But majority of them will do them. Okay. Multiple regression, we'll do that. Factor analysis, okay. Principal component analysis, cluster analysis, discriminant analysis. Okay. You have that. ANOVA, MANOVA, canonical correlation, structure equations modeling, okay. Conjoint analysis, correspondence analysis, multidimensional scaling, okay. Neural networks, particularly related to factor analysis. Okay. There are other machine learning models, depending on the time, you might look at some of them, like random forest, like support vector regression, like decision trees algorithm, like multi-layer neural networks, like, you know, natural language processing is not even there, like reinforcement learning, recommendation systems, okay, deep learning, okay, convoluted neural networks. These are all kinds of machine learning techniques that, you know, you learn or you need to learn about them. And these are the detailed methods that were there before the advent of, you know, recent machine learning techniques. Some of them will require data to be numbers. Some of them will require data to be that. Now, today I posted a past software. It also is good. It's not the best of software, but it's good to help you quickly check how the R is working. You can validate that using the past software. So I've given it to you, it's free. So you can check it and then see the use of it. Now, this is my most interesting part of the work. Practice R effectively. On my channel, I have about 5 videos to show you the basics, step-by-step basics of how to. See, guys, what I'm teaching you here is not just for multivariate, it's for your thesis. You'll be writing dissertations and theses. This is what you need. These techniques will help you to do well in your dissertations and theses. In fact, I will take a particular dissertation and work it out with you in the end. Learn how to read data. And please, after today, go and copy all the blue commands. I'll come to that and show you. So this is your R. For those of you who have opened your R right now, let me show you something. The first time you ever open your R, this is what you see. I'm going to show you my big computer screen. The first time ever that you will open your R, you're going to see something like this. This is what you are going to see. Okay, I have written a lot of codes, so obviously, but what I'm going to do, when you start, let me create an open script. You will see something like this. Did you see something like this? Let me just go here. Did you see something like this? That's how it looked like.
Yes.
On the right side, I know most of you, this is your first time of using R.
Yes.
Who has heard about R before we ever met? Who has used it before? Let me see by hand. Who has used it before we came here today? Until today, who has used the R before? Joel Asari. Only Joel has used it before. Okay. So Joel, I'll be using you a lot now that you have brought yourself. Okay. Very good. Now, it doesn't matter whether you've used it or not. Every one of you, you're going to learn it. So the first time you open it, it might look like this. Oh, why is the screen not? For some of you, it might also look like this, which is the three-part ladder. Now, I'll talk about the main part, but I want to just talk about the right part when you open it for the first time. Oh, by the way, guys, listen, you never open the R. You never open the R. You rather have to open the R Studio. Take note. Let me tell you something. When you first of all, you have to install the R. After it's finished, then you install the R Studio. In the process of installing the R Studio, it will ask you whether you have R. And you indicate the R you have, and then it will wrap it up for you. Okay. So first install R, second install R Studio. Now, when you want to ever open, you don't open the R, you must open the R Studio. Open the R Studio. Never open the R. Whenever you open the R Studio, it will automatically use the R in the background. But you will see that the RStudio will not be on your desktop sometimes. So you need to go and get it and put it on your desktop. The R will be on your desktop, but that's what you are not supposed to open yet. So how do you get the RStudio? Go to Start button, okay? And anytime you are Start buttons, type RStudio. See, the moment you start typing RStudio, it will pop. And once it pops, you come to the section there, right-click there, and then you can pin it. You can send it to the desktop, or you can pin it on the taskbar, so that every time you want it, you get it. In fact, I have mine at my bottom taskbar here, my bottom page down here, so that there is no problem. Okay. Now, once you open the RStudio, this is what you're going to get. On the top right, the tabs you're going to be using a lot are those ones: packages, plots, these two. The other things that you can see here, but the most important ones you're going to be using are packages. Packages are very, very important. Anytime you want a package, sometimes in Python, they will call it library. Anytime you want a package, you have to install the package for the first time one time. For the first time one time. For the first time one time. Guys, you're going to do hands-on work. So it's important that you are taking notes in all of it. How do you install a package? You click on packages, you click on install, a pop-up will show. Okay? When the pop-up shows, you ensure that it is going into the repository. You search for the package you're looking for. So let's say that we are looking for, we're going to do panel data model, and we are looking for panel linear model. You type PLM. PLM is panel linear model, and then it will pop. Once it pops, you click on it like this, boom, and then you click install, and then it will start installing. Whilst it is installing, this pop-up dialog box will vanish. And you will see that the cursor is showing some red dot at the point here of the console, at the top right of the console, meaning that it is installing. The package is installing for the first time. Okay, so that's the most important thing. The plots will show in case you plot any graph. That is where it will show. Okay, now let's look on the far left. That is the most important part. On the far left, let's look at the top part. The top part here is called the command center, okay? The command window. So this is the command window. This is the command window. This is a command window. This is a command window. As you start typing, okay, numbers will be created for each type. But please note, the important thing is you got to take note of this. While the cursor is blinking, do you type your instruction or command? The command is where you type your instructions or command. Instructions means that it's not going to run that as a code. Command means that it will run that as a code. So anytime you type some, I'll give you an example, guys, for those of you who are hoping. Let's say you want to look at 2 plus 4. We know 2 plus 4 is 6. Okay, so you type 2 plus 4. You can use it as a calculator. Okay, and the moment you run the results, and I'm going to show you the results will always open down here in the console. That's where you see all your results. So let's take for an example. Suppose you run 2 plus 4. How do you get a result? You get a result by clicking at the top, run. Always, if you want to get your result, click on the top of the command, run, 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 run. If you don't want to be clicking, do my own. I always use Control Enter, Control Enter, Control Enter, Control Enter. And that will bring the results. So when you do Control Enter, boom. You see down here, you have the results showing 6. 2 plus 4 is 6. The moment the cursor moves from 1, it automatically comes to 2 because it's finished the whole thing at 1. Unless you want to go back, which I'm using backspace, and go and do times 3. So 2 plus 4 times 3. It's going to use board mass to calculate the thing. Bracket of division multiplication. So you do 4 by 3, which is 12 plus 2, which is 14. So you do Control Enter to see the result, and that gives you the 14.
Hello, Doc.
Yep.
So my run icon is not active. Is there anything wrong with me?
Yes, sometimes, but then the command is working, right? The Control Enter is working.
No.
When you run, now when it is not showing, did you install the R first before you install the R Studio?
Yes.
You install the R first, then after that, the R Studio.
Yes.
So what I would suggest you do is that uninstall, because sometimes the processing may have caused an issue. Uninstall and then reinstall.
Okay. All right.
You can uninstall the R Studio first and then reinstall that. Hopefully that should get it done. All right. If not, then you uninstall both of them. Yeah.
All right.
So that's what you do. You can also run an instruction. So what do I mean by an instruction? You can say that instruction, to run an instruction, you bring hash symbol. You see the hash symbol. Anytime you do the hash symbol, you're telling the R command that what I'm about to write is not for you. It's for me, myself, to understand something. Okay, so it might be about a code you have written at the top or the code you have written at the down. So let's say that you want to say that the above code. So you want to type it and say something like the above code actually does a simplification of the numbers. That's it. Now, this is something that you have written for yourself, so that anytime you see that code, you will know what it was meant for. That's it. That's how you execute this thing. Now, R will not run this command, but the moment you don't put the hash symbol in front of it, it will consider it as a code, and it will run it. So for example, right now, if I go to the first command, you see the 14 is back again. Okay? And then if I go to the second command, nothing shows down. And the cursor has moved to the third command. But suppose I remove the hash from it, and then I show the second command. Okay? It tells me unexpected symbol in the bar. It means that there's a problem. That is not supposed to be a command. So you bring the hash in front of it, and you settle everything. This is the basic foundation of how you do the R. We'll look at detailed application of this R over time as we move on. Okay, so this is it. That's your R Studio. And these are all the things you type and everything you want to show. Okay. There are information that you get. Now, next time, what we are going to do is we are going to look at the alcoholic beverage industry, a data set, because you're going to be using this data set throughout. Okay. So we'll examine this data set and see the best way to use this data set. We'll examine it, look at it. Oh, by the way, the data set, a video of it is also on YouTube here. You can check it right there. And so next time when we meet, we are going to look at the details of using that data set to do basic analysis of data. We are going to just take a data and practice. So please download that data. I'll put it on the page for you. Download that data if you don't have it. Okay. And then once Sakai is activated nicely for me, it's been done, but I hear it takes 24 hours or so. Once it's been done, I will then upload also all the information there. Ladies and gentlemen, that brings us to the end of the entire caboodle. What a way to start.